All right, let's just jump right in. We are swimming in data, right? I mean, it's everywhere. And yet, somehow, it feels like we have no idea what people actually think. We're hit with polls constantly, but can we really trust them? You know the phrase, according to the latest poll. Oh man, we've all heard it a million times. It's that classic line you hear on the news, in articles, everywhere. And it's supposed to sound so official, right? Like this is it. This is what people think.
Yeah, but how many times have you heard that, only for the actual results to be, well, completely wrong? I mean, so often that snapshot turns out to be just a total blur. Elections go the other way, products that were supposed to be a hit just aren't. And it really makes you wonder, is the whole polling system just broken?
Well, if you look at the thinking behind this new proposal, the answer is a big, resounding yes. The system is broken. So let's dig in and talk about why these traditional methods just don't work anymore.
And this really gets to the heart of the problem. We're talking about methods that feel ancient, you know? Like, seriously, when was the last time you answered a call from a number you didn't know? Probably never. And right there, you've got a huge problem. Biased samples that don't even come close to representing, well, everyone. Then you throw in the fact that someone's paying for the poll and they might have their own way of spinning the results. Yeah, it's a recipe for disaster.
Okay, so if the old way is busted, what's the fix? Well, this isn't just a small tweak. The idea we're exploring here is a total revolution in polling, something that wants to get rid of the guesswork entirely.
Just think about that for a second. What if we could actually know what the world really thinks? Not some fuzzy estimate or a projection based on a tiny group of people. I mean real clarity, real nuance, with pinpoint precision. What if we could finally cut through all the noise?
And this chart just lays it out so clearly. The difference is night and day. Over on the left, you've got the old world of polling, basically just guessing at demographics, using these mysterious samples, and let's be honest, for most people, it's an unpaid chore. But on the right, you see the new idea, using verified data, having transparent pools of people, actually incentivizing them to participate, and getting real-time insights. It's a completely different philosophy.
Okay, that sounds amazing on paper, for sure. But how does it actually work? Like, what are the nuts and bolts of this thing? Let's get into the mechanics of how this revolution is supposed to happen.
So the key piece of tech here is something called a personal data locker, or a PDL. The easiest way to think about it is like your own private, super secure digital vault. It holds verified info about you, your age, where you live, maybe your job. But here's the magic part. It's built to share those facts for a poll without ever sharing your name or your identity. Privacy is baked right in.
And for you, the participant, the journey is actually super straightforward. Step 1, you verify who you are, just once, to prove you're a real human. Then you can answer polls completely privately. Step 3, your anonymous data gets contributed from that secure locker we just talked about. And finally, and this is a big one, you get rewarded for it. It completely flips the script from being an annoying chore to being a valuable contribution.
So when you put it all together, you get these core features that make the whole system tech. First, you have verified participants. We're talking real people only, no bots messing things up. Then there's cryptographic privacy, which means your identity is confirmed but your answers stay secret. You get really accurate demographics. The system knows what you are without knowing who you are. This allows for crazy granular insights, like segmenting data by veterans or teachers or any group imaginable. The whole thing is transparent and participation is incentivized. It covers all the bases.
Okay, so that's the technology, that's the how. But what about the so what? What would this actually look like in the real world? Let's check out a couple of scenarios to see the kind of impact it could have.
So picture this. A candidate for mayor needs to know what families in her city are actually worried about. Now, instead of commissioning an old-school poll that takes weeks and gives you a blurry picture, she could get real-time feedback. We're talking thousands of responses in minutes, from verified families, all mapped out by zip code, by school district, even by income level. It's not spin, it's not delayed, it's a direct line to the people.
Or think about public health. Let's say a health department sees low vaccination rates in rural areas. With this kind of tool, they could go way beyond just knowing that it's happening. They could dig into the why. They could get real, honest insights into the specific fears, the myths that are spreading, and what truly motivates people in those communities. That lets them create outreach that actually works because it addresses the real issues.
And this is where the idea gets, well, really, really big. Because if a system like this actually works,
Its potential goes so far beyond just predicting elections or figuring out what to sell.
Yeah, we have to think bigger here. This isn't just about making a better poll.
The ultimate vision here is, honestly, it's kind of profound. The source material calls it global sentiment mapping, the ability to actually map what the entire world is thinking and feeling in real time with an accuracy we've just never had before.
And that's the ultimate promise, isn't it? A system that's built from the ground up to have no manipulation, no delay, no spin from people interpreting the data. It's just the people speaking for themselves directly.
And that really leaves us with this one massive question to chew on. What actually changes when we can truly, genuinely listen to everyone, all at once? How would that reshape our world, our politics, our understanding of each other? It's a pretty powerful thing to think about.